Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Music Passion on YouTube, pretty much about all things women's football. And do you hear the bells coming from the distance? Because ding dong, the witch is dead. Yes, indeed, Luis Rubiales has officially resigned from the RFEF, and as well as his vice presidency spot in UEFA. He has resigned from both posts in a little bit of an excerpt in an interview with Piers Morgan, because why not? It's definitely Piers Morgan. If you're controversial and you align with some of Morgan's own controversial principles, then definitely you will do an appearance there, just as CR7, if you know what I mean. But anyway, he did allude to himself resigning, Rubiales himself there, and pretty much he's released a statement just a little while ago. For him, it was at 9:30 his time, so depending on wherever you are in the world, it was at a different time. So in his statement, he pretty much says, "Today at 9:30, I have officially submitted my resignation as the president of the RFEF to the acting president, Mr. Pedro Rocha. I have also informed him that I have taken the same step with my position in UEFA so that my role as vice president can be filled. Following the swift suspension imposed by FIFA along with the various ongoing procedures against me, it is evident that I will not be able to return to my position. Persisting and holding on to my position will not contribute positively neither to the Federation nor to Spanish football. This is partly because there are influential forces that will prevent my return. The management of my team and above all the happiness I carry with me due to the immense privilege of leading the RFEF for over 5 years is what matters most to me. I do not want Spanish football to suffer the consequences of this disproportionate campaign. Above all, I am making a decision after ensuring that my departure will contribute to the stability that will allow Europe and Africa to remain united in the dream of 2030, which will bring the world's largest event to our country. I must look forward toward the future. There is something that I firmly believe in. I have faith in the truth, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that it prevails. My daughters, my family, and those who care for me have suffered the effects of an excessive persecution and numerous falsehoods. However, it is also true that more and more each day, the truth is prevailing in the public eye. From here, I extend a heartfelt embrace to all the workers, assembly members, federation officials, and football enthusiasts in general, wishing them the best of luck. I want to express my gratitude to all those who have supported me during these times. Sincerely, Luis Manuel Rubiales Beja." And yeah, short, sweet, to the point with that resignation statement. Pretty much, it's much ado about nothing. I think there were some interesting tidbits in that statement itself. Of course, for anyone wondering what it means to say united in the dream of 2030 between Europe and Africa, that's pretty much co-hosting the 2030 World Cup, as Spain wants to launch a joint bid with Morocco to host the 2030 World Cup. So that's what it's alluding to. So not too much to go on there, but I feel like one thing that really stood out, at least in my perspective, is him saying, "Persisting in holding onto my position will not contribute positively," as well as saying that I do not want Spanish football to suffer the consequences of this disproportionate campaign. Like, why are you painting yourself out to be the victim here? Like, you're not the victim in this story. You are trying to pretty much be Prince Charming in Shrek. Like, you're not that guy. I'm sorry, but don't try to gaslight the whole world and try to make yourself out to be the victim. Everybody has seen the footage that caused this entire firestorm of just horrible events that have just gone down, especially with what's happened with Hermoso and just the Spanish women's team in general. Everybody saw the video of you refusing to resign when you had the proper opportunity. The stories have come out from your own uncle, your own flesh and blood, about the things you've done. People are well aware that even though you've mentioned, oh, you care for your daughters and your family, people are aware of the things that you've done to avoid paying child support for your own daughter's upkeep. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know why he's trying to make himself out to be the victim and all this. I don't know. It shows the ego that his uncle Juan talked about in his interviews that we covered in the previous video about the Spanish Federation, and it's a shame, but thankfully he's gone. And I think with Rubiales being gone, it should hopefully be the start of what should be an entire uprooting of the RFEF system, because the departure of Rubiales and Jorge Vilda just a few days ago, it should just be the start of the spring cleaning procedures, because they are only part of the problem. They are not the entire issue here. The issue is the system, and the system needs to be completely revamped. So it's good that Rubiales has stepped down, but now it's time for the rest of his cronies who are still within the Spanish Federation, because there's tons of them. He's thanked them, saying, oh, the workers, assembly members, federation officials, and blah, blah, blah. Those are amongst the people who are still aligned with Rubiales, and they are still making the system corrupt, and they need to go out. But personally, I think it's a good thing that he's finally gone. I really hope it's the last we see of him. Like, I could not be happy to see the back of him in the Spanish Federation here. I do believe that going forward there will be wide-scale sweeping ramifications. It's going to be very interesting to see what the women's team decide to do in terms of this resignation. Personally, I do think that they should not come back to the forefront and make themselves available for selection, because again, the system is the problem, and Rubiales is just pretty much one of the signs and symptoms of that systematic issue within the RFEF. So I hope the women continue their strike so that the situation can be effectively sorted out with. And yeah, that's pretty much the update here. Just wanted to pop on quickly and just notify you of, yeah, he's gone. So hallelujah, a good way to end the weekend, I guess. And here's to seeing what happens throughout the rest of the week. But anyway, stay tuned to this channel. There's some interesting developments happening in the world of women's football, not least the shocking early exits from the Women's Champions League by Arsenal and Juventus, which I will cover in a future video sometime this week. But anyway, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.